Mr. Mercer, welcome to LWE Riot. But, why are you standing in the parking lot?
Hello, Jay. Our special guest is about to arrive any minute now. I've been very excited for his involvement in tonight's show, and it's someone Xavien Crace needs to hear from. He's about to arrive. Why don't we go ahead and roll the intro?
Demons in your eyes. Say you wanna leave, but that's a lie. Baby, break me down. I'll find a way to get back off the ground. You don't believe me, but I'll tell you now. It's over now, it's over now. Shit, take a step back down. I'll face the fire and force you to bow. And if you still cannot figure it out, it's over now. Now. Too late to fight, you've lost your mind. Too late to hide, so long, goodbye. Wait, I just want to break. I'm pushing through the pain. Believe me, you can't get away. Too late to fight, you've lost your mind.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone to LWE Riot, live from the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. I am your host, Tiger Gaming FTWB, and we have an action-packed card for you here tonight, including an act of revenge on the mind of Christian Shelly as he goes up against the man who cost him his light heavyweight championship opportunity, Xander Smooth Adam. Plus, the LWE Women's World Championship #1 Contenders matchup will be held as Supersonic Kristie goes up against Wild Cosmo, the winner facing Andrea Mercer at LWE Heart of Tokyo. As well, in our main event, it is a go-home all-out six-man tag team matchup. William Parker and the title-down Titans of the Peace Corps will take on the #1 contender Dakota, Stryder, Brad Epic, and Jimmy Caine. All of that and much more, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to kick things off with the LWE World Heavyweight Champion and the Peace Corps joining him live right here, right now. And as always, if you do enjoy the action, make sure to check that follow button. And what a way to kick things off, ladies and gentlemen. The reigning LWE World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome down to the ring. It is the Peace Corps and the LWE World Heavyweight Champion, Xavien Crace. Xavien walking down to the ring here with a lot on his mind, followed by Sam King, JJ Strife, William Parker, and DTS down to the ring, who will be competing in a matchup later on tonight against Devin Isaacs. As well, William Parker and the Titans, they're going to be going up against Dakota, Stryder, Brad Epic, and Jimmy Caine. Six-man tag team action. You got to think how this man feels about that, and how he especially feels about defending that LWE World Heavyweight Championship against Dakota, Stryder at LWE Heart of Tokyo. It was made official as Xavien Crace heading in the ring, taking in this crowd, letting them know how they feel about him. We're gonna hear what this man has to say. The formerly pronounced peaceful anarchist. Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LWE Riot. All right. We don't have a lot of time for that right now. The Peace Corps have a lot on the agenda for the show, so let's not waste any time. In case you didn't watch the B Show, then you would know, despite me not appearing, everyone had something to say about me being the world champion. Brad Epic, Mike Mercer, Jimmy Caine, Dakota, Stryder all felt they deserve a shot at my world championship. But the truth is, none of you deserve an opportunity at our title. Brad Epic thinks he's owed a rematch, but he couldn't even defend this title on his own, and was one of the biggest problems with this place when he held it. Oh, Jimmy Caine, the Crimson Star, huh? Buddy, you can't even challenge for it unless I say so. Your War Games Championship opportunity don't mean a fucking thing to me. Dakota, Coda, Amora, Stryder, whatever you want to call yourself. You have a scheduled LWE World Heavyweight Championship match at Heart of Tokyo against me, and yet a reset doesn't change the fact that you've already fought for this title twice. You see, anyone can attack me after my match or beat a guy who isn't even in contention for my title, or even have management abuse their power to get things their way. And really, I don't want to suck my own dick or anything, but the only one who gets to decide who gets opportunities at this title is me. So this is what's going to happen tonight. Our scheduled match will take place. It'll be the Titletown Titans and William Parker against Brad Epic, Jimmy Caine, and Dakota Stryder. But as the world champion, I can make decisions such as one. If Dakota Stryder's team loses tonight, then that one-on-one championship opportunity is off at Heart of Tokyo. Now, as of you, Mike, I don't have a thing to prove to you.
Wait. What the? Oh my God! Well, we are live in San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen! And Crace might have just seen a ghost in his best friend, Mr. Amazing! If you recall, Amazing was the man who woke Crace up from what happened last season when he was cashed in on, helped him get back to a position. Is this the man Evan brought in?
Man, I didn't think I'd ever be standing across from you like this.
Hey man, it's been a while. I'm happy to see you again.
You know, I need to know. All those times you were laying in that hospital bed, contemplating retirement, the amount of times I gave a fuck about you, is that all an act?
Listen,
I came out here because I figured maybe, just maybe, there was still something left of the Xavien Crace I helped push back on the right track. But I just listened to. That wasn't confident. That wasn't a champion that I knew of. That was a man hiding behind a title, hiding behind control, hiding behind a group he built just so nobody could question him. You didn't create Peace Corps to protect anything. All those talks we've had leading through your recovery, I've realized that you did it because you couldn't hang with the new batch of talent anymore. So you lean into this and embraced it. Now look at you, talking about Your show. Your title. Like this place doesn't exist without you.
Yo, Tay, man, this isn't you.
Shut up! You know, I watched LWE Carnage. You know what I saw? I saw Mike Mercer, the man who damn near put an end to my career, still being the same egotistical little bitch. I don't like him. And I damn sure don't trust him. Yet, despite the odds against him, he had the guts to lay down a challenge for tonight, because your group screwed him over. That's the problem. It doesn't have to be this way. There's still time for you to be yourself again. To get their support. To be my best friend. Right now, I don't know who you are anymore.
So that's it. That's what I get after everything. After everything I've done for you, you come out here, you question who the fuck I am? You stand in my ring on my show and you side with him? The same guy who tried to end your career, the same guy who didn't give a damn whether you would walk again, and that who you chose to stand with? You know what? Fine. I guess I just have to make an example out of you again. Mike Mercer, I accept your challenge for a match here tonight one last time.
Big implications for here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Mercer and Xavien Crace, one last time, LWE World Heavyweight Championship matchup. But we gotta get ready to move on to our first match here tonight. And it's time for our first match here tonight. And it comes at the expense of seeing this man, ladies and gentlemen. This scumbag. The man who unrightfully attacked Nick Calloway on the most recent episode of Carnage. Let's take it to the announcer. This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way down to the ring from Anaheim, California, weighing in at 200 pounds, the pompous jackass, Inari. Inari coming down to the ring here with a smile on their face. Stepping in the ring here tonight. Well, if you didn't know, Inari on the most recent episode of LWE Carnage decided to attack Nick Calloway, who was just calling out the Title Town Titans, and even hit him with the Unprettier into the mat, and made it clear Inari's going after that United States Championship. And you gotta think pissing off Nick Calloway is something you do not want to do, ladies and gentlemen. But Inari doesn't care. It seems he's gonna step into a ring with a man who didn't get to enact his revenge at Survival due to what the team did to him. We're gonna see that man right now. The Young Phoenix has arrived. And his opponent from Manila, Philippines, weighing in at 182 pounds, the Pinoy Kid, Chris Knight. Chris Knight makes his way down to the ring for one-on-one action here tonight against the pompous jackass. Our opening bout, but if you didn't see at the start of the hour, ladies and gentlemen, Xavien Crace accepts Mike Mercer's challenge for a one-on-one LWE World Heavyweight Championship matchup happening here tonight. And the implications for tonight's six-man tag main event has changed. As if Dakota Stryder's team loses, then he actually will no longer have a one-on-one opportunity at Heart of Tokyo. An interesting turn of events. But right now we have this man, Chris Knight, who's got a major opportunity of his own, making the challenge on the most recent Road 2 show. The Intercontinental Championship. Cameron Inari's ready. Chris Knight's ready. Referee, would you kindly ring the bell? There's the bell. Match is on. Chris Knight started out hot there with a flying forearm. Oh! Coffin drop into the standing Inari. Chris Knight now not playing around. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, right into the mat. And turn over here. Chris Knight grabs a hold of the arm, and look at this. This modified guard bar here. Oh, that could be helpful when taking on a guy like David Fowler, who's definitely going to be watching this matchup closely to see, the targeting points for his matchup against Chris Knight. And Cameron Inari grabs control here. And Inari, nice kick to the head. I gotta say, although I might not like him, ladies and gentlemen, Cameron Inari, I really do dig the pink gear on tonight. Being a little more bold here, as with the Paramore gear worn by Chris Knight. Oh, Paramore-inspired gear doesn't stop that beautiful toss by Cameron Inari. The pompous jackass continues to attempt to wrestle here off the ropes. Oh, a spin kick. And look at this. Knee right to the spine. Cameron Inari now goes to the top rope. What? 450 elbow drop. And now stomping on the arm of Chris. Well, you got to remember, Chris Knight might be out for a little bit of revenge. Because if you remember, it's Jimmy Daro's team, which did feature, big trigger there, which featured Cameron Inari on the team. He never got to compete in that War Games because of the attack that the team had on him. Wait a minute, Schoolboy here into the cover. No, not even a 1 count. Chop to the chest. Knee to the jaw off the Kamagoye. Grabs a hold. Irish whip here. Hip toss. Cartwheel. Drop kick down. And Chris Knight is certainly fired up here, ladies and gentlemen. Off the ropes. Bulldog down. Chris Knight is in the zone. Went for an elbow to the spine. Cameron Inari counters, but Chris Knight fires back. Chris Knight now grabs a hold up into a fireman's carry here. This is going to be dangerous for Inari. Against the ropes there. Chris Knight now into a seated position. Runs off the ropes. With the neck breaker down. Grabbing the legs again. Now hammering away. 3, 4, 5. Nice elbows to the leg. And this has been a great back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. Cameron Inari finally needing to retreat here onto the apron. Knight going for a strike. Inari fired back into the enziguri, sending Inari down. And Chris Knight is certainly feeling himself in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly getting the feel for things. His first singles match back since the attack. Wait, Inari's getting up here. And Chris looks to be set up for something big. Look out! And Inari moved out of the way, but Knight landed it. Inari taunting. Wait, Chris! Crossbody to the outside! Chris Knight is feeling it hit a Knight. Knight in full control of the former light heavyweight champion. Chris Knight looking to build off the momentum of the crowd and the knee to the jaw. Chris definitely. Wait, look at Knight! Walk in the barricade. Oh no! Oh! Took too long. Inari takes advantage, and Cameron Inari got him up in fireman's carry. Death Valley driver on the floor. And the pompous jackass not letting off here, ladies and gentlemen. Rolls through. Oh, with the X Factor. Now grabbing the arm here, and look at this. Oh, a modified tequila sunrise, but instead targeting the arm here of Chris Knight. You gotta think, although Fowler doesn't like to, see the offense on camera, you gotta think, gotta be a little bit happy that Chris Knight's arm is being targeted in this matchup. That's going to be beneficial to the armbar. Look at that. Chris got out of it. Chris here. Drop kick on the ropes. Oh, boy. Look out. The Pinoy Kid went for the 619 countered. And Inari shuts it down. Springboard moonsault there. Into the cover. One. No. Only a 1 count. I've loved the action so far from these two, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait! Hey! Ah! Is that a DQ? I mean, the ref can consider it an inner thigh attack there. Not so much a DQ. And look at Inari. Now using a little bit of a technical basis here. On to Chris Knight, and a kick to the skull. Chris getting back on his feet, though. Hey, look at this. Chris now done taking offense from Inari, bringing the fight back here. Irish whip up, nice knee to the jaw. Look out! Oh no! Thought Inari was still there. Inari moved. Inari, Liger bomb. Liger bomb into the mat, and Cameron Inari now goes to the top. Inari calling for Knight to get up. Walks the rope. Drop kick to the skull. And Cameron Inari, rolling thunder. Hit it earlier in the match. Just got it again. And look at Inari now. Inari now just taking advantage of the helpless Chris Knight. Hammering with the forearm to the skull. And does it again. And Inari stomps over here. Wait, what is... No. And Inari, the bow and arrow being locked in. Is this it?
Do you want to submit?
Does Chris Knight tap out to the bow and arrow here? Cameron Inari working down Knight even more in this matchup here. Crowd trying to rally.
Do you want to quit?
Is this going to be it? Wait! Knight moves off. Chris Knight now. Here comes Knight. Clothesline down. Taking control here. Boom! Springboard crossbody. Grabs the arm. Inari whips off. Handspring. Oh! Cutter into the mat. Chris feeling it here. Now could be looking for the chicken wing gut buster here on Inari. Inari with the elbow. Nice counter by Inari. Whoa, Blue Thunder Bomb. Chris rolls through. What a counter by Knight. Springboard. Wheelbarrow. Wait, Blue Thunder Bomb. What a counter. 1, 2. No. A kick out at 2 by the pompous jackass who's laughing at Chris. And look at this, going for the super kick. What? Wait. Tell the crowd to quiet down for the super. No. Come on. Come on, Inari. This is too much. No. Game over to Chris Knight. That's Calloway's move and mocking him here. What? Wait! That's not enough! Calloway charging for the ring. Inari's on the run, trying to get away from Calloway. But on the chase, back in. Knight's up. Knight turns him around, grabs the arms. Chicken wing gutbuster. Now, looking for the Rising Phoenix knee! No! Oh, stomp to the gut! And Cameron Inari now looking to end things. Turn around, going for the unprettier. Shoved up there, off the ropes. Arm drag. Chris off the ropes, ducks underneath. Rising Phoenix knee. 2. Chris wins it. What a victory for the Pinoy Kid. Here is your winner, Chris Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match between these two athletes here. And Chris Knight builds momentum going into the Intercontinental Championship bout. We gotta take a look at some of this action here. Nick running down to the ring. Inari on the run here. And look, I think Inari deserves to get chased, especially after using the game over. Got the arm drag there from Chris. Chris off the rope, ducks under, builds the momentum, and hits the running rising Phoenix knee to the skull for the 1, the 2, and the 3. Chris Knight grabs the victory here tonight. Inari getting back. Nick! On the attack here! Calloway beating on Inari. The celebration certainly isn't going to stop for Chris as Nick sends Inari into the crowd. And Calloway on the attack here. Hammers away with strikes as Inari tries to retreat. We gotta move on. Oh my. Chris Knight, your opponent at Heart of Tokyo has arrived. Fowler heard what was said. He's got some choice words of his own. Ladies and gentlemen, David Fowler holding the Intercontinental Championship high and proud. This is the match. It's finally gonna happen. Intercontinental Championship bout. Heart of Tokyo. Chris Knight takes on Intercontinental Champion David Fowler. 1-on-1. Can Chris Knight do the unthinkable? Or will Fowler keep his promise down and keep the Intercontinental Championship? We gotta move on here tonight.
Of all people, of all things to go wrong, it had to be him. Why is he here?
Hey, relax.
Relax? You wouldn't know how to feel if the person who supported you from the very beginning stabs you in the fucking back, then in the front, and sides against you. With Mike fucking Mercer of all people.
He's just another asset that will be dealt with.
And how do you just suppose we deal with this, huh? The last Carnage episode, you remember that, right? You all thought you could deal with our problems without me. And yet, the only ones left standing at the end of the night were the ones trying to take us down.
So all of a sudden, we were meant to expect Devin.
Oh, how could I forget Devin? The guy you were supposed to get rid of is still standing. So now you think you could correct that with a match at Heart of Tokyo? Right. Even more so. One of us has to face him tonight. So maybe next time, consult that with everyone else. And on the topic of consulting, I don't remember this being the plan.
Hey, Envy was my decision. You made it clear that there are no leaders here. An open invitation for people to side with us. Look at him. This isn't DTS. This is a shell of that man. No family, no friends, no voice, and cast aside by LWE to make way for the problems with this place. He was just a sinner abolished of his sins. So I brought him in. I made him feel welcome. This man's no savior, but a follower to the beliefs of the Peace Corps and the man Devin will face tonight. So let's think about it like this. Without David being there on our side, who is meant to stop Devin from taking me out? Now I have an idea to solve all our problems, including the ones gunning for you.
Get out of here!
It's now time for our next bout. Here comes the man who will take on the Canadian Nightmare at LWE Heart of Tokyo. Mr. King of the Palace himself. It's Matt Gray. Take it to the announcer. Ding, ding, ding. This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way down to the ring from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 274 pounds. He is Mr. King of the Palace and the most dangerous man in all of LWE, Matt Gray. Well, Matt Gray looks to have a little bit of anger taken out in tonight's matchup against Casey Walker, looking to make an example out of Casey Walker after what ZK did this past Carnage, costing Matt Gray his matchup against Jimmy Caine, who got a pinfall victory over him. Matt has stated he is not happy about that, and especially after the brawl, Evan felt that it was right that these two currently don't share a ring, so ZK actually isn't here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and he will be on the LWE Carnage in Kobe, Japan episode, which definitely intrigues Matt. So this lets Matt keep his entire attention on Casey Walker, but you gotta think maybe he's a little bit flustered or distracted, maybe he's still expecting the unexpected. Here comes his opponent. And his opponent from Columbia, South Carolina, he is Casey the Snake Walker. Down to the ring, Casey Walker is ready for this matchup. Two technical strikers going head to head here tonight. And Walker, you know, he's been looking for that big win in LWE, looking to really set himself on track. But I think in blindness of these wins here, it's actually kind of hurting him, because a lot of these matches that he's competing in, you know, he almost gets there and he just makes one little mistake. But here tonight, he said he's laser focused. He's ready for Matt Gray at every corner, every turn. He knows Matt is distracted by ZK in this, and he's going to take advantage of that. He's going to try to even maybe prove to be a better technical wrestler than Matt Gray. There's the prime example. There's Casey Walker. Referee, would you kindly ring the bell? Bell is rung. Here we go. And Matt with a spin kick there. Went for another one. Casey got out of the way. Look at this. Matt Gray now grabbing around the waist, and look at this, it's already off to a dangerous start for Walker. But wait, Walker slips around here. Kind of caught Matt off guard, but I think Matt's going to get out of this. So look at this, Casey's still keeping the grip. I think Matt tried to get out of it there. Look at this. Whoa, into a schoolboy. Run, no! Nice quick roll up there. Casey tried to go off the corner there, do a collar and elbow between these two. Locking up. Oh, and a wrist lock here by Walker. Just twisting away at the arm of Matt Gray. I don't think Matt was expecting this. And look at that! Twist of the arm there. And continues his offense here. Is Matt going to be able to get out of this? Matt's in a dangerous position. Look at this. Ah! Slamming his shoulder into the mat. And I think Matt was just let him play around a little bit. Snap German suplex. Now turns him around, trying to go for something big. Casey, though, quick to get up here, and Matt's not going to let him keep it. But wait, Casey with the elbows to the skull. Walker now grabs a hold. Irish whip. Leapfrog. Whoa, pop up. German suplex. Whoa, no. The strength of Walker. Now getting the crowd fired up. Flips over here. Oh, bookend down. Springboard moonsault. A nice attack by Walker, who's going to keep the offensive drive here. Right to the collar and elbow. Now testing more strengths of Matt. And look at this. Right into the headlock here. Digging his forearm into the face of Matt a little bit. And Matt, just lifts him and drops him. That's all Matt's got to do to keep offense in this match, guys. He's just got to outclass. Oh, Casey as he stomps on the knees there. And Walker trying to go on the retreat a little bit, maybe trying to regroup. You got to remember, even if you're trying to outpower Matt Gray, oh, that's a prime example there of why you shouldn't be trying to do that. One, and a kick out at one. I'm going to give credit, you know, Casey is a strong individual, but Matt Gray is 274 pounds of pure muscle, adrenaline, oh, and kill. Oh, wait, turns around. Casey, and a Dragon Sleeper out of nowhere. Already caught him in the Dragon Sleeper. Look at that. Hammer away at that. Oh, skull right in between the eyes there. Keep it abound. Take down. Hammers away with these fists to the skull. You know, I was saying a lot of credit, you know, to Matt there, but I think Matt didn't see any of that coming. Oh! Casey's looking to win, and Matt's looking to kill. And Matt with a strike to the skull. Casey's not going to go down. Casey slaps him! Oh! Matt slaps back with these two now. Oh! Chop to the chest, chop back! Oh! These two men lay into one another, Matt, but Casey fires back. Matt fires back. Matt with the chop there. Casey with the chop there. Caught him on. Casey said, let's do this. And they're in a hockey fight, ladies and gentlemen. These two men going to war, but Matt wins the exchange. Matt Gray now picking up Casey Walker onto his shoulders here. Oh, GTS! Down into a triangle choke here. Is this going to be the end of Casey Walker? Walker now slowly getting up and hammering away at the head. Nice little escape there. Walker now grabs a hold of Matt Gray, slams him into the corner. Oh, Matt tossing him in. Matt now taunting on Walker. Uppercut there. Tosses him back into the center of the ring. Turns around, going for an Irish whip. There's a counter. Casey sends Matt to the outside. And Casey Walker's not letting off the offensive here, not letting Matt escape. Went for a Dragon Sleeper. Oh, pop-up punch there. Matthew Gray strikes down, right back into the ring. And look at that, Matt follows right into the cover, taking advantage off that pop-up punch. 1, 2, Walker just barely able to get the shoulder up there. And Matt Gray now hammers away. Oh, I know what Matt's thinking here. Wait, Walker. Elbows to the gut to break free. Walker now, drop kick there. Sends Matt in a frenzy. Walker now backing down. Clothesline down. Matt's in trouble here. Trying to regroup on the outside. Walker went for a strike. There's a forearm by Matt. Matt comes back into the ring. Grabs the hold here. Goes for the Irish whip here. Power slam down. Into the cover with all his strength, but not even a 1, guys. Not even a 1. Walker went for the stomp there. There's the counter from Matt. Matt now sends him into the corner. And Matt hammering away with these strikes, just trying to stop. Oh, everything of Walker here. Right down off the ropes. Went for a knee. Casey moved. Walker now rolls back in. Flatliner down. A nice rolling thunder for the flatliner here. And Walker right down into the cattle mutilation. Is this going to be it for Matt Gray? Has ZK really gone that far to get in Matt's head that he might tap out to the cattle mutilation? And Matt fighting out of it. Oh my God! Roundhouse over the skull and Matt here. Oh, keeping the waist lock off these gut wrench suplexes. Hits another. And Matt's not stopping. Matt's not stopping. Down with the gut wrench power bomb. 2, no, a kick out. A nice kick out there from Walker, who's still looking to survive. Look at Matt just taunting on Casey. Throws him up, and look at that. Walker throws him up, and Casey just getting down there by Matt. Went for the running knee, no one home. Matt, got the arm stuck here. There it is! Walker's got a Kimura lock! Kimura lock it right there. Matt can't reach his feet towards the ropes. Is Matt Gray gonna tap out to the armbar here? That damn Kimura lock. Matt Gray unable to hold on here. He might tap out. Walker keeps getting one up over him. And Walker gets shoved back. Look at, what is this? Oh, a knee to the jaw. 1, 2, and that's not enough. Walker still survives. And Matt says it's all over. He's calling for the left bridge. Or wait! Walker ducked underneath! And here comes Casey! Forearm strikes to the skull. Jumps off the corner here. 360 Scorpion Splash. Enziguri to the skull here. Single leg drop kick sends Matt into the corner. Didn't send him off his feet though. What's Casey looking to do? He's looking to go for that avalanche butterfly suplex. You're not gonna lift that man, are you? Matt! And he just shoves him off! And Matt Gray almost can't believe it that he was able to finally stop the offense there of Casey. Wait, Matt's going for the moonsault! Where's the way? Walker for him! Diamond suplex off the top! Where did Walker find the strength? Late cover! 2! No! A kick out! Casey now could be looking to go for that rolling cutter. Knees to the skull from Matt. Matt! Going for left bridge off the roundhouse! What? Walker got him! And now Matt rolls out. Casey unable to capitalize off the spin kick there. Matt Gray trying to get up. That's not going to stop Walker. To the outside. Over the top. Casey Walker's feeling it here. Could Walker look to end things? And the relations goes to the top. Walker now. Double foot. Matt moves out of the way. Matt. Superman punch, no one home. Go for the rolling cutter counter there. Double for Matt. Elbow there from the skull. Ducks under. Springs up. Matt catches him. And sends him to hell with the uppercut. Kick to the skull. Matt has him where he wants him. It just hammers away all through in a little extra. Right down. Left bridge hurricane applied. And I hope ZK's watching. I hope he is, because if this happens to him at Heart of Tokyo here, that's it. Matt Gray making an example out of Casey Walker here tonight. Here is your winner, Matt Gray. Matt Gray gets his victory here tonight, and what an excellent matchup between those two. There are times where I genuinely thought Casey had the win, but again, those mistakes that I mentioned at the start, they factored in again. Look at that knee, he was able to get out of the way. Casey was just full of adrenaline with that flatliner down. And Matt went for this first attempt at the left bridge hurricane, ducked underneath, and Casey Walker just fired up with a bunch of offense here. And Matt was going for the moonsault. Walker got back up and hit the avalanche German suplex, sending Matt crashing into the mat. And Matt went for another left bridge. Walker with one last breath there with the kick to the skull, but he fell to a knee as Matt had to roll out of the ring. And look at that, went for the double and double, ducked underneath, jumped off, went for a forearm, and got caught with an uppercut to the skull. And Matt making sure to have the whole world watching with the left bridge hurricane as he makes Walker tap out here tonight. This luck is not working out for Walker, but Matt Gray builds momentum going into his matchup at Heart of Tokyo, and it seems maybe they'll see each other on Carnage is what I'm hearing from, but we gotta hear, ladies and gentlemen, to our next matchup.
You think this is funny, Mercer? Because I'm standing out there being robbed in broad daylight by your United States champion. It's bullshit.
Cameron?
No. Don't Cameron me. I had Chris Knight beat, and everyone knows it. Then Nick Calloway, if that is his real name, gets involved in my business yet again, and suddenly I'm the one laying on my ass in the middle of the ring being pinned by Chris Knight. Do you know how demoralizing that is, to be pinned by Chris Knight on television?
You attacked Nick Calloway on Carnage. You dropped the United States champion in the middle of the ring when his back was turned.
No shit, I attacked Nick Calloway. It's not rocket science. He has a United States championship, and I won it. You know, if you would actually pay attention to the show you're running, you would know I'm owed a U.S. title match, because when I debuted here, I was fingertips away from having the championship. In fact, I'm pretty sure my fingertips did touch it, and then that stupid garden gnome, I don't know what his name was, Alex Schmiez, who cares? He was the one who yanked me off the ladder. I attacked Nick Calloway because he has the championship that I want. And what? Everyone attacks people for the belt they want. Hell, the Peace Riders or whatever they're called who attacked him earlier, you seem to be fine with that. But when I do it, when Cameron Inari, the father of all, the quarterback of LWE, does it, suddenly you get all uppity. You know what I want, Mercer? I want you to make it right to me.
Okay. You want me to make it right?
That is the thing that I just said, yes.
Good, because at LWE Carnage, live from Kobe, Japan, you'll get your chance against Nick Calloway for the LWE United States Championship.
There we go, buddy. Was that so hard? In here all this time, I thought you were useless, but perhaps I treated you too harshly, Mercer. I apologize dearly. You know, I really thought that you were part of this conspiracy too with Tiger. I'd have to deal with it.
Cameron, I wasn't finished. You wanted Nick Calloway. You wanted justice. You wanted an opportunity. So in Kobe, you and Nick Calloway will fight for the United States Championship inside a steel cage.
You have got to be shitting me. I just got my ass thrown around inside War Games. Hell, before that, I got my ass thrown around in a ladder match. And now, you want to lock me inside a steel cage to wrestle with that lunatic for your entertainment?
What do you mean? No interference, no escape, no excuses. You said there was a conspiracy against you. Maybe even the Titans getting involved. Then now you would have nowhere to run from the result. Is this not what you wanted?
Oh yeah? You're gonna live to regret this, Mercer. Because now you are putting the one person who's been willing to put up with your shit inside of a cage. You know what? No. Actually, scratch that. I'm not the one locked in there in a cage. He's the one in there locked in with me. You think putting Nick Calloway, whatever he does, inside a steel cage with me is gonna scare me? In fact, you know what? I have even more of an advantage because I'm in Japan. And if you looked at the record books, you would know I have never lost in Japan. So when this hubbub is all said and done, and I come back to your office as a United States champion, I'm going to call HR, and I'm going to get you fired. Because frankly, you need to be put in check, bucko.
We'll see. Now please, get out of my office.
And it's time for our next bout here tonight. This is going to be an interesting one indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the formerly known savior of LWE. This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making his way down to the ring from Cleveland, Ohio. Weighing in at 263 pounds, he is a member of the Peace Corps. DTS! DTS makes his way down to the ring here tonight for an explosive matchup against the man that has to face William Parker at LWE Heart of Tokyo, Devin Isaac. Devin accepted the matchup on the road too, and he said, hey, I want any of you in a matchup. I don't care if it's Sam King, JJ Strife, DTS, I want to fight them all. He's going to get DTS here tonight. Ready for this matchup. And Parker follows him out. But I wonder what Parker was talking about with Crace earlier in the night, guys. Very interested in that conversation that happened. As we get ready for his opponent. And here he comes now. Houston's own. And there he is. And his opponent from Houston, Texas. He is the Houston hero and the Lone Star, Devin Isaacs. Devin comes down to the ring here tonight. The Lone Star coming down for this matchup against DTS. Looking to take each and every single member out one by one. After what happened on LWE Carnage, after what happened on the last Riot with his interaction against Xavien Crace. Seems he wants Parker at Heart of Tokyo, and that's exactly what Devin is going to get. A one-on-one opportunity against William Parker. Devin, you know, he doesn't care who it is. He wants to beat everyone's ass. All right, DTS, Devin Isaacs, referee, would you kindly ring the bell? Match is on. Devin flying in with an uppercut, and here comes Devin hammering away, strike after strike. Oh, digging the forearms into the skull. Breaking DTS piece by piece, and forearm right to the jaw. Devin Isaacs already tired of dealing with them all, and now beating on the man who swung a bat into his spine. Last Riot, strikes away, Bill throws him across the ring. Devin now, wait, looking for Gonzo Bomb already? Wait. Got him in the Razor's Edge position. No! Neck breaker down! And DTS takes the offensive here. Ow! Striking away at the skull there. And now, stomping away at the back. Just kicking away here. And targeting that taped up shoulder. You know, Devin is not 100%, by the way. This is why Evan was hesitant about making this matchup. But if that's what Devin wants, that's what Devin's going to get. An axe handle down. And DTS, you know, hasn't had a match in a while here on LWE, but is looking to turn things around here by being part of this group. Oh! Under the guidance of William Parker, you know, Parker used to see this man, as a sin. Now seeing him as someone who follows the same message of the Peace Corps. Now going to the outside, what's DTS thinking? On the apron here, springs up, knee to the skull, into the cover, hooks the leg here. One, no. Only a 1 count there. DTS now turns him over. Grabs a hold. Oh! 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 Kicks to the head there. Might have busted Devin open. Devin in the corner. Running knee strike there. DTS. Bulldog down. And the formerly known Savior. Call it up. Oh! With the sling blade down. Now going to the top rope here. Wait. Calling up Devin. Missile drop kick down. And now David calling up Devin. Oh, to the gut. No. No. Oh my God. Head first off the apron. That's gotta hurt. Wait. No. No. No, 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 no. Swinging neck breaker on the floor to follow it. And while the ref is counting here, David gonna send him back into the ring. Springboard down, hooks the leg. 1, 2, no! A kick out there. And David's gonna find more room to punish Devin here. Wait! Devin firing back with that strike. Devin now strikes of his own. Super kick right down onto the mat. Stomps on the leg, and here comes Devin. Elbows right on the knee. Oh! And DTS now being grabbed here by Devin. And Devin, oh, ow, 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 ow. Stomps down there. Picking David up off the ropes. Drop kick right to the chest. It might have caved his chest in there a little bit. What's Devin thinking now? Calling for DTS to get back on his feet. Diving off. Oh, went for a cannonball. No one home, but Devin's still gonna try and stay in the offensive. DTS was trying to take advantage of it. There's Devin. Look at that. Smart. Coming in high with a forearm right to the jaw. Into the cover here. 1. No. Only a 1 count there. Now grabs a hold. Lifting him up into a deadlift. Power slam down. And DTS having a roll out of the ring here. Ooh, stalking DTS here. Forearm right to the jaw. Grabs the head. There's the kick to the head by DTS. Kicks his leg out there. Now has Devin on a kneeling position. Oh, no. Wait. Ow! Slamming his head into the floor. And that's very thin padding, ladies and gentlemen. Now, trying to send him back into the ring. Devin almost resisting a little bit. There's DTS now grabbing a hold. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, neck first. DTS moonsault down! And that chair might have gotten in the way! No! Not a 2 count it there. Wait. Goes big, turns around. Devin Isaacs grabs a hold. DTS with the elbow. Now grabs a hold of his own. Right into a power slam position here. Grabs. Oh! Snake eyes down. Slamming the arm into the mat. DTS. Fighting for purpose here, fighting for peace. Oh, off that arm wrench, slap to the back of the head. And I think Devin Isaacs has had enough here. Off the back, ripcord, lariat down. And Devin Isaacs now grabs the head here. Goes off the ropes, PK down. Devin, you're not familiar with that. Going to the top rope. What's he thinking? Oh! Diving thrust kick down. And Devin now. Discus big boot into the mat. And now going after the leg. Referee fixing the corner post in there. Caused by Parker. Forearm smash to the skull. And look at this, grabs the arm. Now look at Devin, go for arm bar, leg lock combination here. Could this be it for DTS? Could this be the end? Wait, fighting out of it there. As Devin takes immediate control. Oh! Forearm strike to the jaw. DTS now getting in, and Devin staring a hole right through William Parker here. Devin Isaacs, look at that, thinks with the uppercut. Irish whip off, went for another. DTS moved out of the way. Wait, float over. Pile driver into the mat. Oh my God, kicks the leg out. DTS, no savior's bullet. 1, 2, no. And DTS stomping on the arm there. And look at this. Could be thinking about it. Kick to the gut. Call for Peacemaker here. Wait! Oh! Sidewalk slam by Devin. And Devin starting to get that fire in his heart. Oh! Right into the corner. Uppercut again. And another. Off the ropes. Down with the shoulder tackle. Grabs a hold. Down. G-A-D. Parker's getting frustrated. Devin could be thinking panic attack. Wait. Parker getting on the apron. And Devin with a drop kickoff. Devin Isaacs tired of these games from the Peace Corps. Wait. Went for the code breaker. No. Pop up. Panic attack. 1, 2. That's it. Devin Isaacs grabs the win here tonight. Here is your winner, Devin Isaacs. Congratulations on the victory here tonight. Getting one up over a member of the Peace Corps. Look at this. Parker on the apron and Devin drop kicking him off. And Devin's been familiar with these games with the Peace Corps, that especially after what happened on Riot. Caught him off guard there. Lifts him up into the panic attack off the pop-up into the cover for the 1, the 2, and the 3. And that was it, ladies and gentlemen. And Parker's removed his suit here. Wait a minute, he's looking for a fight. Wait, look out! DTS got the bang. There's Devin. Devin saw it coming. Devin saw it coming again. Wait! Oh, the Arkwing!
Why do you have to continue to disappoint me, Devin? Are you really willing to risk it all for doing this? You say you fight for these people. You didn't need to fight. But now you've only made it easier for me to get rid of you at Heart of Tokyo. And then, when I'm done with you, I will hunt down the one you call greed and kill the sin for good.
Could this be the sign of things to come at LWE Heart of Tokyo? Will Parker prevail? We gotta move on here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time, the returning Xander Smooth Adams.
Returning? Man, don't start off wrong already, Jay. You acting like I went somewhere. Nah. This ain't a return. This a reminder, because I never left. You and LWE just finally got something worth looking at again. So, come on. Let's get going with this interview.
Mr. Smooth, welcome back to the LWE. I first wanted to ask you a question. Why are you back with the company?
I see this bullshit. We just gonna keep running with that narrative, right? Like I dipped or something. I ain't come back to LWE. I've been here. Yet the system want to choose favorites. This season, this supposed to be my year. I cut off dead weight. And yeah, I'm talking about that sack of shit, Keith Anderson. Don't look confused, because I was up next. Everybody knew it. But life hit. Injury put me on the shelf, and see, some people, they get comfortable sitting down, letting setbacks define them. That ain't me. I use that time to level up mentally, physically, every way possible. So now I'm back in the mix. Same goal, same hunger, just sharper, just meaner, and way less patient.
Speaking of your goals and reasonings, you're under a lot of controversy after your actions during the light heavyweight championship match at Carnage. Let's take a look.
What are you doing? Over! No! Oh my God! Blackout on the floor! This could be Shelly's moment! Could we see a new light? I mean, what the? Oh my God! Oh my God! Kingdom Fall! Oh! Not to the champ! Kingdom Fall! Adams laying out the light heavyweight champion and the challenger, but for what?
Now, while I agree that Shelly certainly didn't deserve my opportunity, I think I'm confused as much as everyone else when I ask, why did you interrupt the match?
Confused? Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. You ain't confused. You just don't like the answer. Let me break it down real simple for you. I come back at Survival, right? I'm told big things coming. Just sit back, wait your turn. Wait! Bitch, please! I'm sitting there watching four dudes, get handed opportunities at the light heavyweight championship, including you, Jay. Don't think I forgot that. Meanwhile, me, I've been chasing that title since day one. Since I stepped foot in this company, I bled for it, worked for it, carried debt partners just to get 5 minutes of screen time, and now I'm supposed to just sit pretty while everybody else eats. Nah, bruh. That ain't how Smooth operates. So Shelly, he didn't deserve that spot, plain and simple. He stayed getting fed opportunities like it's some damn buffet. US, global. Now this bullshit, and me? I gotta play background character? Nah. I made sure the spotlight came back where it belongs. On me.
Interesting thoughts, but I want to address one more point. Later tonight, against Chris and Shelly in action. Would you say a victory over Shelly grants you number one contendership to JC's light heavyweight championship?
Shelly? Man, get that shit out of my face. Bro's just another dude who got lucky the system stroked his ego since his arrival. Ain't nothing special about him except timing. And tonight, I fixed that. So as far as number one contendership, let me make this real clear. I don't ask for opportunities anymore. I take them. There can only be one, and that's me. Now, what the hell you got,
Sorry to interrupt, but it seems your opponent for tonight is heading to the ring right now.
No, bro, are you dead ass?
Guys, wait a minute! Well, we were having the interview with Adams, and it seems Christian Shelly here. He doesn't have much patience here. He's coming down to the ring. He's definitely hearing what Adams is saying about opportunity and all that. He can tell it's just a bunch of bogus coming out of the mouth of Xander Adams. He's tired of hearing it. He's tired of hearing people slander him. This man got screwed out of the LWE Light Heavyweight Championship opportunity no matter how you look at it, and Adams trying to justify it. I don't blame Shelly for coming out here and feeling some type of way about it. We're going to hear from Christian Shelly as he's calling for a microphone up there. Well, let's hear from him.
Wait. Enough. Sorry, I needed to come out here and to address some things because clearly our friend Adams here doesn't watch the product. Because if anybody thinks that this company is stroking my ego or that I'm getting handed opportunities left, right, and center, clearly they aren't paying attention. What Adams seems to forget is that while he sat on the shelf with an injury throughout this season, I have been busting my ass. And quite frankly, getting my ass kicked quite a lot to get back to where I want to be. I've had to deal with terrible situations with friends. I've had to deal with losing belts in my first defense. I wasn't even on Legendary this year, man. But yet, all Adam seems to think about is things that happened last season. Now, admittedly, I have been on a bit of a downward spiral, things you would know if you watched the product. But I earned my opportunity to face Martinez on Carnage, beating 3 of the best this division has to offer, by the way. I had Martinez beat. I stomped his head into the concrete. I had him beat. And I should be standing here as the light heavyweight champion, but instead, some bitter LWE lifer who didn't really get what he wanted decided to take it out on me. Now he thinks he can just move on up the ranks and fight Martinez, right? No, not happening. I'm not staying down, and I'm definitely not letting your ass walk all over me. We had a match scheduled tonight, but I'm gonna be real. I'm not waiting that long. Let's fucking go. Let's do this right now.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, these two aren't scheduled to have their match right now, ladies and gentlemen. They're supposed to have it later on in the show, but it seems Shelly's done waiting, and it seems Adams is ready to go as well. Xander Smooth coming down to the ring here. Fire in his eyes. Looking at Shelly in the ring and talking trash to him here. Wait! Shelly! Sasuke special! There's the bell! Match is on! And Shelly hammered away! Boom! Boom! Oh, what a slap to the skull! And Shelly now picking Adams up here. Irish whip, Adams counters right into the barricade. And Adams, kick right down to the chest and throwing it into the crowd here, taunting away. Grabs a hold of Christian Shelly as he was getting up here. And now these two men brawling on the outside. Guys, the match has already begun. Ref prematurely rung the bell, you know. This wasn't the scheduled time for this match to be taking place. Adams off the barricade with a double stop. Shelly moves. Shelly hammers away. Chop there. Kick to the gut. Going for danger days. Look out. No, my God. Adams lawn-darting Shelly into the steps and stopping his offense entirely. And Adams now throwing Shelly back in. Calling for him to get up here. Slingshot in. Neckbreaker down. Into the cover. Hooks the leg. 2. Shelly kicks out. And look at this, Adams now. Whoa, Shelly tried to get out of the way. Adams springing off the ropes. Caught him with a cutter down. Springs up with the cutter there. Now grabs a hold of Christian Shelly. And it seems... Wait, got him on the ropes here. And look at this, right down onto the middle rope. And just choking him against the ropes there. Taking his time. Off here. And continuing to choke him against the ropes there. Taking the breath out of Christian Shelly here. Wait. Shelly fires back, and here comes Shelly with some offense right into the collar and elbow. Slow it down, kid, a little bit here. Got him in a headlock here. Could be looking for the side headlock takeover, perhaps. Wait. Adams throws him off the ropes. Adams, what a forearm. Adams says enough of that shit. Turns him around here. Right back into the collar and elbow between these two here. And Shelly out of anger, shoving him off. But Adams gets out of the way. Right back into another collar and elbow between these two. Continuing to lock up. Shelly throws him back. And Shelly starting to build momentum here. Off the rope. A knee to the skull. Adams with the arm drag. And Xander Smooth now. Off the middle rope. Elbow to the heart. Adams is not playing around here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking to continue his offense right into the corner. Adams now grabs a hold. Irish whip. Shelly tried to get out of it. Kick to the chest. Now goes to the outside. Went for a double stomp. No one home. Shelly grabs a hold. Irish whip into the corner. Shelly now looking to keep offense. Overhead chop. Went for a third. There's the counter by Adams. And Adams now keeping control. Boom. Stomping in the corner. Oh. And now stomp there. Off the ropes. Wait! Shelly with a counter. Shelly springs up here. Arm drag down. Tip up. Ah! Slump drop kick there. Christian now. Adams on the outside. Ah! Shooting star to the outside. Christian Shelly fired up here in the moment. It's only our second match. Irish whip back into the ring here. Now Shelly go to the top rope. Cross body down into the cover. 2, kick out by Adams. Shelly can't believe it. Now Christian grabbing a hold of Adams here. Against the ropes. Look at this. Triangle drop kick sending Adams down. Springs off. Swanton bomb off the springboard. 2, no. Kick out at 2. And now Shelly back in control. Neck breaker there. Butterfly suplex down. Shelly here. Overhead neck breaker there. And snaps away with the stump puller. And Shelly, oh, what is that? Doing some sort of spin kick there. And Adams here, Irish whip. Oh, forearm to the jaw, oh my God. Rattled. Christian Shelly, look at Adams here. Just taunting away at Shelly. And just, mocking him. And Shelly shoves back. Christian Shelly! Single leg drop kick to the skull. Shelly now taking advantage. Boom. Oh, knee kick there. Bailey kick over the skull. Shelly now getting in the corner here. Looking for some big. Basement drop kick to the skull. Shelly now. Springboard Phoenix splash down. Not holding back. Getting the crowd fired up on his side. Shelly now. From the middle rope with big. No, my God. Face first into the mat. And Adams gonna take advantage. Xander smooth. Went for another kick there. Shelly said enough of that shit. Turns him around. Oh, wait. Adams with the elbow there. Not going to allow for anything big. Gets out of the way. Arm drag there. Right near the corner. And what's Adams thinking? Strikes. Strike. Kick to the gut. Oh, hammering on the spine. And look at Shelly. Shelly just needs a breather here. Look at this. Adams trying to choke him in the corner. Shelly now slamming his face down into the mat. Brings up the ropes. Crossbody. He overshot it. But wait. Oh, pump kick. It seems Shelly, might be a little bit confused or blind, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know. Shelly not staying on his A game in this matchup, guys. Springs off here. Catches him right to the reverse DDT. Adams taking control here. Oh, runs over the back and taunts Shelly, who's just infuriated now. Christian Shelly, turning around. Electric chair, what is this? Catches! German suplex! 1! No! What a maneuver, ladies and gentlemen. To the spine again. Now rolling out of the ring, Shelly wants to follow. Shelly wants to be in pursuit. Went for a senton on the floor. Adams, oh my God! Bicycle knee, and that might have rattled Shelly. Wait, Adams, what are you doing? Oh my God! Double foot stomp to the outside! And Adams sending it back into the ring! the top! And Adams again this time! While Shelly's standing in the ring! Is this it? 2! And Shelly gets the shoulder up somehow. Adams can't believe it. Now look at this. Picking up the dead carcass of Shelly for that spin kick. Wait! Shelly gets out of the way. Shelly kick there. Oh! 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 Kicks to the chest. Oh! Sent his head into the nosebleeds. Up into a power bomb here. Buckle bomb down. Off the ropes. Wait! Down! House call by Xander Adams. And Adams could be looking for the honor roll here. Wait! The light heavyweight champion JC Martinez is here. That's not gonna stop Adams here. Go for the honor roll. Wait! Rolls back into a kick. What a counter by Shelly there. Christian Shelly kick to the skull there. Up into a middle rope. Knees to the spine. And Shelly could be looking to finish things here with the blackout. Going for a blackout. Not with a cutter. Adams, what a counter. And now, taunting Martinez. And Martinez is pissed. Screaming here, look at this, the referee's gotta get control. The ref's gotta try and get control, punch to the gut. Wait, Shelly! Danger days! The cover, but the ref's still distracted. Martinez wants a piece of Adams here. And the referee trying to tell him to get down. And Shelly here, pissed off at Martinez here. Wait! Adams with the drop kick from behind! Caught up! Kingdom Fall! The cover! 2! That's it! What a match, ladies and gentlemen! Here is your winner, Xander Smooth Adams! Guys, this match got intense towards the end, and JC Martinez's accidental interference, the ref didn't want the same thing to repeat from Nick Calloway interfering. That's why he was on the ready, He was ready to stop Martinez, who wanted a piece of Adams now, especially after what happened to Carnage. But that inadvertently cost Shelly, who hit the danger days away to the cover. And now toying away here, telling JC to get down. That allowed Adam to drop kick Shelly into JC. Turns him around into the Kingdom Fall. Here for the 1, 2, 3. Wait! Martinez rushing in, and now Adams able to run away here. Well, look at Adams all cocky here. Does this maybe put him in contention for the... Wait.
We're not done here. I hope you didn't think I forgot about your little stunt on the last Carnage, where not only took me and Shelly out, but took away something from these people. They wanted a fair and decisive winner. But since this title means that much to you, then I guess we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. At LWE Heart of Tokyo, I will defend the LWE Light Heavyweight Championship, baby, against you, Xander Smooth Adams, and Christian Shelly in a triple threat match.
It's been made official at Heart of Tokyo! JC Martinez will defend the LWE Light Heavyweight Championship against both Xander Smooth Adams and Christian Shelly in a triple threat matchup. And it seems Shelly's all for that. Adams, he's all for it. And it seems this man here doing a little dance. He's all for it. but we gotta move on here tonight to our next match.
Listen, all in all, I apologize, alright? I'm glad we had this conversation, and I want you two to know I'll always have your backs, alright? Now go out there and kick some ass. Let's get it. What the hell do you want?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. By no means do we mean any harm. There's a certain individual who wishes to speak to you.
Yeah, like I trust any of you.
Oh, well then. All that talk about you being the rightful challenger for Xavien Crace at Heart of Tokyo was just that. Apologies for bothering.
Wait. Fine. Take me to him.
Brad Epic seemingly following Parker here to what we can assume is Xavien Crace, but ladies and gentlemen, we gotta move on here tonight, and in our next Wait, what do you mean? Guys, get a camera backstage! What the hell? Oh my God! Jimmy, Daro, and Crossbones beating the hell out of one another! Look at this! Oh! Crossbones! Going stalling Crossbones! Jimmy! No! A punch right to the balls! Jimmy! What are you doing? Broken Masquerade! What the hell?
You are a fascinating motherfucker, man. And I'll give you credit, like I said before, you and I aren't so different. Except, I chose my path. And you chose the path of a hero, and I will give you credit where credit is due. These people found you amusing for a little while. But we fought for this, didn't we? This is exactly where we wanted to be. You don't want to be saved, huh? You fought so that you could suffer. You fought for every bit of blood, sweat, and tears you're shedding right now. And now look where we are. Two absolute psychopaths on a collision course to put each other into an early grave. Doesn't that sound so exciting? Beating each other to near death for the amusement of an undeserving audience. Oh, you still got a little bit of fight in you, huh, motherfucker?
No, Daro, no, come on! You've already done enough here! These two men got a death match at Heart of Tokyo! And Jimmy, just having something to say to the emo psychopath! No! Daro! No! Oh my God! Through the glass!
You were never meant to be World Massacre Champion. You got that? The only reason you held this belt is because the company felt bad for you. You were their second option. You were around because the guy that held it before you couldn't hang. That's why you gotta come after me, right? Someone that fought and fucking survived. Someone who dragged themselves out of the deepest, darkest depths just to prove that I deserve to hold this title. You come after me, not just because I am the best in this fucking company. It's because you feel inferior. Despite everything I have done to guys like D'Angelo, Ryan Alexander, Chris Knight, James Mendoza, the false god of this place, Damon fucking Starr, you refuse to choose anyone else. But I got you figured out. I know what you're going through. I see inside your head. I know you. The only reason you're coming after me is because you got something to prove. Not just to me. Not just to these people. But to yourself. You need to prove that you weren't just handed this. So you're willing to put your life, not just your career, not just your body, not just your mental and physical health, your life on the line to step up to me, to try to be a threat?
Oh my God, Crossbones still has fight. I would have just stayed down. Daro's not gonna stop. Jimmy Daro carrying around Crossbones. What is this? No! No! Oh!
I could end this anytime I want, man. I could continue to beat you senseless, make sure you don't even make it to Heart of Tokyo. But just like you, I want to prove something too. I want you to see what you really are to them. They'll watch as you are beaten within an inch of your life. They'll cheer me while I do it. It ain't about if I kill you, it's about how loud they'll be chanting for me to do it. They'll do so because the one thing they love more than a hero is seeing one fail, fall, die trying. You think you want this, but eventually, after putting your body on the line enough and believing you're fighting for what's right, they will grow to hate you. You really don't know how to quit, huh? Strong enough to take on the world, too weak to take it yourself.
You psychopath! Oh my god! Taking Crossbones down with the move that won Daro the World Massacre Championship! Oh my god, someone get out there and stop this shit! Oh no, Daro, you've done enough, man. No. No! Stop it! No!
I got great news for the both of us. Because the stakes just got a little bit higher at Heart of Tokyo. Because we're the main event. You earned a rightful shot at the World Massacre title in the most important match on the card. And there's no backing down now, motherfucker. So I'm going to leave you with this. You're dangling on the edge of the mountain. And with every last bone in your body, you look to pull yourself up and earn what you believe is yours. But where the lights shine the brightest with the audience in the stands, on Twitch, on YouTube, the whole world will watch you become exactly like everyone else who has stepped to the man, the king, and the god of this shit. See you at Heart of Tokyo, Bonesy.
The stakes have gotten bigger. The emo psychopath and the World Massacre Champion are main eventing LWE Heart of Tokyo in a death match. Who will walk out with the LWE World Massacre Championship and who won't? We gotta move on here tonight. And it's #1 contendership time. This contest is a tag team #1 contendership matchup where the winners will join Guys Being Dudes and Cutthroat Conspiracy on LWE Carnage in Kobe, Japan. Introducing first, making their way down to the ring, it is the team of Zach Bately and Wayne Myers, the Plague Hearts. Well, I've seen how the Plague Hearts acted at LWE Survival, abandoning Brad, but as we also saw, it seems maybe these two work things out with him. Maybe, knowing that Brad has their back, but unfortunately for them, they don't know who they're facing here tonight. It's all a surprise. Surprise to me too. Who's it gonna be? Yeah? And their opponent's first making his way down to the ring. He is unscripted violence. Axel Aznavour. Guys, an official member of the LWE roster, Axel Aznavour, making his way down to the ring, an impressive athlete. And if you didn't see the LWE Road 2 episode, it is match against Crossbones. Go check it out. Of course, Axel brought Crossbones to a new limit, but unfortunately didn't come out the victor in that matchup. It seems Axel might have other plans here tonight. Step into this matchup against the Blackheart. I'm very interested in where things can go. But the question is, who's going to win a team with Axel has to be? I don't know. We're going to find out. If you do enjoy the action, make sure to check that follow button for more. And we do appreciate your support. Who's it going to be? Yeah? There's no... It is tag team partner is Darren. Guys, we've seen this man before in LWE, but we also have seen him on a show called FWD at Purgatory. That man right there, Dre motherfucking Darren, an Olympic gold medalist in his own right. Dre Darren steps up tonight to be the tag team partner of Axel Astapel. A human freak of nature, as one might call him, making his way down here across each corner. We've seen him before on the six-man battle royal that happened back before LWE Legendary, and it seems Dre's going to start this matchup here tonight against Zach Bately. Referee, would you kindly ring the bell? This ought to be a hoss fight between these two. Dre now starting off strong with a butterfly suplex. Dre there with a strike to the skull. Now Irish whip right in the corner, makes a tag to Axel. What is this? Off the ropes here. Look out! Oh, down with the neck breaker! And look at Axel! Oh! Well, I knew it was going to be something when you put these two together. These athletic freaks. Look at Axel. Ow! Slamming the big man down. Bailey just getting tossed around by Axel. These two already showing to be a great tag team so far. Oh, went for a discus. It seems Bailey might have fought through it. Look at this. Go for a pin. Quick pin here, trying to break it. Oh. Zach Bately now picking up Axel, kick to the gut, forearm smashes here. And look at this, a dragon sleeper. That's one way you can keep Axel down. And Axel's just gonna flip out of it. Stomp on the back. Nice stomp there. Grabs a hold. Snapmare forward. Axel. Oh, PK! His head is all the way in the nosebleed with Cameron eyes. Oh! Shoulder tackle over the ropes. 2-0. A nice matchup here. Axel, keeping control so far. Look at that. Oh, dragon leg sweep down. Zach Bately now grabs a hold here. Pick it up. Axel chops to the chest. There's Axel firing back. Axel now off the ropes here. Oh my God! Tossing him through the air. Tag made. Here comes Wayne Myers now. Wayne Myers now grabs a hold. Setting him on the ropes. What's Myers doing? Oh wait. Taunting on Dre Darren. Saying welcome to LWE here. Wait a minute. Axel Astapel. Fire it back. Axel here. Uppercut to the back of the head. Well, you wanted a closer look at Dre. There you go. Axel set him towards right to the corner. Tag made. What is this? What are these two planning? Strike to the skull. Why is Dre saying, come on? What the hell? Pops up Axel! Tower Dome! Dre just powerbombed both men! Went for the cover, and there's Zach Bately breaking it up. Dre Darren. A little, startled by Bailey's involvement, but he's going to continue his offensive drive. Went for a tag there. And look at this, Wayne Myers keeping control. And look at this. Oh, Jake Roberts, SDDT, right into the mat. And Dre Darren might not know where he is a little bit. Off that DDT. Oh! And mocking Dre with a German suplex of his own. Followed by a tag to Zach Bately. Bately's back into the mix. And Dre, oh my God! Dre Darren's pissed. Darren's feeling it here. Grabs the leg. What is Dre doing? Look at this! The figure four! A figure four in the middle of the ring. And look at this. Oh my God. Punching away the knee and just slapping Dre there. Now trying to keep someone. Oh! Nice arm toss there into the cover. Axel breaks the pin up. And these teams already going back and forth with one another here. What are you thinking here? Slams him down. Grabs a hold. Turns him over. Looking for more offense. Wait. Pulls him into a kneel. Runs off the rope. Big boot down. Zach Bately working on Dre Darren here, right in the corner. Went for a tag of sorts. Dre counters, and Dre now going for an Irish whip. There's Bately sitting into the corner. Chop right there into the corner. Grabs a hold. There's Dre firing back. Dre, oh my God, what a strike. Somersault on Britter! And Dre, we know what comes next for Dre Darren. Into the corner. Guys, he's looking for it. The Chaos Theory. No, wait. Circles around back. Bately. Ow. Neck first into the mat. Irish whip into the corner. Makes the tag. Look at this. Going for the assistant pile driver. Oh, no. Alabama Slam! Look out! Triplex down! And he makes the hot tag! Here comes Axel! Clothesline down! Ducks the punch! Back body drop! Axel! Pop up here! Power slam down! Axel's feeling it here. Dre's taking a bit of a breather. Right up here. No! Crowned right on the skull. No! Break out there. And Bately now sending Axel out of the ring. Dre coming in here. Went for the clothesline. Duck Thunder. Shatter Machine. Damn it. A shatter machine down. Wayne Myers now grabbing Dre, sends him in. Tag has been made. Oh no. Oh no. Look at this. Set up for some big superplex. Axel! Caught him with the spear and a takedown. Now picking up Bately. Dre now going out of the ring to go after Myers, who gave him problems, and that's an act of revenge. German suplex won't let the waist go. Number 2. Oh my God! Tony on the ground, strike to the skull. Axel now rolls away. Dre! Powerbomb! Keeps him in fireman's carry! Electric chair! Down! Darren throwing all of his weight into it! And Axel now! Bately up! For the dirty deeds done dirt cheap! 1, 2, that's it! What a win for this tag team here! Here are your winners, Axel Asnable and Dre Darren! Congratulations to these two men on an impressive victory here tonight. Look at this. Axel setting Bailey up, rolls away. Dre runs up, hits a fucking Frankensteiner power bomb. Axel didn't let off. Fireman's carry here, right into the electric chair, into a diving cannonball. Followed by Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Sheets into the cover for the 1, 2, 3. That's all she wrote. Congratulations, this makeshift team's go to the #1 contendership match. And look who's here. It's Billy Ventura on your right, Big Jim Darius on your left. Guys being dudes. Staring off with Trey, Darren, and Axel has the ball. This is going to be an exciting match. Could it be Trey and Axel with the upset? Could it be Billy Ventura and Big Jim? Wait! Or could it be this team? Aiden Luck, Nick Hellmeister, Cutthroat Conspiracy. It's 3-way tag on Carnage and Kobe. And look at Billy shaking some ass. As we just announced, 3 teams, Cutthroat Conspiracy, guys being dudes, Axel and Trey, winners face title town at Heart of Tokyo for the tag team titles. Who's gonna pull it off? But folks, we gotta move on here tonight. Lumbar, check that follow button.
The Brad Boy. Apologies that you'd have to be escorted, but considering people don't really listen to what I have to say and just put a target on my back, I think this is probably the best.
Let's get right to it. We're not friends here, so stop speaking like we are, okay? You took my world title away from me at Survival. Everything that you stand for goes against what I was doing as world champion. And
come on, Brad. Do you think any of us are falling for this?
Hey man, what the hell are you talking about?
Come on. What's got to be done? Do I need to remove Peace Corps from the room? Hide the cameras? Where's the real Brad Epic?
Have you gone insane? No. This started when you tried to screw me a legendary. And now, despite knowing I have a rematch, you gave my shot to the guy I beat?
See, that's the Brad I remember, not this polished, righteous version you've been trying to sell to people. You can dress it up however you want. Call it redemption, call it growth. But I know you. I know what's underneath. And more importantly, they do too. They're just waiting for it to slip.
You don't know anything about me anymore. You heard me on Carnage. I want my world championship back. You took it through unconventional means, and now you're playing games with my rematch.
Oh, games? No. This is an opportunity. You're in the main event. 6-man tag, high stakes, big spotlight. And if you win, Dakota Stryder goes to Heart of Tokyo for the world championship. Doesn't that sound exciting? Dakota Stryder, the man you beat twice, getting stepped over you. Doesn't that bother you? Doesn't that eat at you a little bit? You beat this, I don't even know, this glitch how many times? Knowing that your moment is being handed to someone else. Doesn't that bother you? It bothered me.
Look, I made it very clear how I feel about Dakota getting that opportunity to his face. But whatever you're trying to do, it's not working.
Then why are you still here? I think it's your curiosity, Brad. Come on. Deep down, you know exactly how easy it would be. One moment, one decision, one little slip back into who you really are. I'm not here to push you around. You're a grown-ass man. Tell you what you should and shouldn't do. But instead, if maybe, just maybe, the real Brad Epic comes out tonight and Dakota Stryder's team doesn't win tonight, then I'd have no problem naming you the #1 contender, which means I'll give you your match at Heart of Tokyo for the LWE World Heavyweight Championship. Okay, that's what you want, isn't it? Not this earn it the right way nonsense, right? That's not who Brad Epic is. Not fighting for the sake of these people. Look at these people. Fuck these people. You want the title, and I'm giving you the cleanest, simplest path to do it. At this point, yeah, I'd take it. Now, I've got an old friend to deal with, so you think about that.
And it's LWE World Heavyweight Championship matchup time! Wrestle Kingdom 2 rematch! This contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the LWE World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, making his way down to the ring from Dudley, England. He is the coolest future champ in the room, Mike Mercer. Mike Mercer coming down to the ring with all the confidence in the world. He's been hungry. He's been sick and tired of Xavien Crace dodging him and feeling as though he deserves a world championship opportunity. Something that he's been fighting for since his return at Grand Palace 4, winning his one-on-one rematch, made the challenge on the Road 2 episode. And Xavien Crace, at the start of the hour, accepted that. We're going to have a world championship matchup here tonight, a Wrestle Kingdom 2 rematch. If you enjoy the action, make sure to lumbar check that follow button. Here comes the son of a bitch now. And his opponent, he is the reigning LWE World Heavyweight Champion and a member of the Peace Corps, Xavien Crace. Xavien Crace making his way down to the ring, hearing this crowd once more give their disdain for this man. This has been something that's been building all season, ladies and gentlemen. Crace and Mike are gonna tear each other apart. And for once, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say, I'm probably rooting for Mike here. I'm not allowed to choose. Oh wait, look! Mike tried to jump the gun. Referee knew it was gonna be this intense here between these. Wait! Look out! Oh my God! And Crace on the assault on Mike! Starting it early here! And look at this shove the ref out of the way! And stomping on Mike! Oh my God! And look at this, the ref saying back off! Back off here! And Crace just jumped him out of the ring! And Crace! Ow! Stomping down on Mike! Stomp! After stomp after stomp! And look at this, taunting Mike, who didn't see any of this coming, man. Crace, you dirty, no good piece of shit. Well, you know the hatred is in there for Crace. He doesn't want to sit around and wait. And he knows what kind of man Mike can be. Mike dodges the next stop there. And Mike hammered away. What? Oh my God. Mike looking to beat the hell out of Xavien Crace. Give him a piece of his own medicine. Oh. Look, we need to get the referee back in there. Look at this, the referee getting out here. Mike taunting on Crace. Ref's getting back in the ring. Wait! Oh my God! Mike hitting the ref. Oh, and the pacemaker by Xavien Crace, stomping Mike down. Mike tried to crawl away. Into the back there. Xavien Crace has full control of this opportunity here. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Hey, get out of the way. He's taking that table apart. Look at that. Just hammers away on Mike. This is exactly what Crace wanted. He wanted Mike in this vulnerable position. And guys, the bell hasn't rung yet. These two need to get back in the ring so the match can officially begin. But there's no damn ref. And look at it. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Crace just said he's gonna finish it here. Mike! Look out! Wait! Mike! Strike! Kick to the gut. What are you thinking? Mike! Put him down! Power bomb through the announce table! And both men down and out! Mike, the first to recover here! Looks to finally get Crace back into the ring so he can get a damn match. But Crace finally on the offensive, falling into the defensive here away, and Crace rolling out. And Mike said, let's go. Come on, you're up and ready to go. Wait. And Crace said, no, I'm not gonna do. Wait! Oh, amazing! Throwing Crace into the ring! Mr. Amazing! What? Oh my God! Crace begging for mercy! But look who's behind him! Mike grabs a hold! Ground zero! And Mike can feel the breeze! We can feel the end of the Xavien here! The $1 million mercenary hold! Center of the ring! Mike's waited a long time to do this! Mike Mercer! First being assisted by Amazing, now looks to put Crace out, so there's nowhere to run! Wait! Mike! Oh my God! What the? You sorry son of a bitch! Was it all a setup? Sledgehammer to the skull! And Amazing beating on Mike over and over with the sledgehammer right to the gut! What the hell? Amazing! Was this all about revenge? No! No! What the? Amazing! No! You gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! And the rolling elbow to the back of the head! Peacemaker! Damn you! Mr. Amazing has joined the Peace Corps! And Crace set Mike up! No! Back to society! What was supposed to be something to send Crace in the right direction! Instead, we were all fooled by this man! Amazing gets his revenge on Mike and officially joins Xavien Crace! But why? What the hell, guys? I lost. I could have killed a hero. I could have been LWE United States Champion. Everything was supposed to go my way, and yet it didn't.
And whose fault was that?
Don't.
You can't keep pretending it didn't happen. Nick Calloway beat you. The hero beat you. He proved exactly what I said to you. You're weak.
No. That's not what survival taught me. I wasn't the weak one. I didn't fail them because Nick Calloway isn't the hero he pretends to be. He isn't here to be their champion or try to be loved, but instead he insists on being all about himself. That's why he won't give up. But Jimmy Caine, on the other hand, Jimmy's the one always fighting for somebody else. Always sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. Always trying to save people.
Always wanting to be a hero.
You ruin everything. You fill my head with lies. You tell me what I want to hear and leave me to deal with the consequences.
You blame me, but yet on Riot, who was it that attacked Jimmy Caine? Who was it that stopped him from running after Xavien Crace? You or me? That's what I thought. Jimmy was so desperate to play hero, so desperate to run out there and save the day, maybe be the one to put an end to the Villains World Championship story before it even began. And yet you stopped him. Because maybe you wish to be the one in Caine's shoes instead, right? Maybe you wish to be the guy these people could stand behind against Xavien Crace.
This isn't about Xavien.
No?
No. This is about Jimmy.
Good. Because Jimmy Caine still believes heroes win. Still believes there's people to be saved. And we can't wait to prove him wrong. Jimmy Caine, at Carnage in Kobe, we challenge you to a one-on-one matchup.
Let's find out what happens when a hero runs into something that he can't save. It's time for the Women's World Championship #1 Contenders matchup. Here comes a superstar familiar with the LWE Women's World Championship. This contest is a #1 contendership matchup where the winner will face Andrea Mercer at LWE Heart of Tokyo for the Women's World Championship, which is first making their way down the ring from New Jersey. They are Supersonic Kristie Redding. Redding comes down to the ring hoping to turn things around and get back on the right track. But Redding, I would say, definitely has a case to have this #1 contendership matchup because if anyone recalls, they were screwed out of the LWE G1 Climax Block B Finals when Andrea Mercer kind of twisted the system a little bit to defeat Kristie. It wasn't really fair for Fasha to get involved in that matchup. That's why Fasha ended up getting banned in the finals matchup, but still somehow found a way through. Kristie looks to recapture the LWE Women's World Championship that they lost at Legendary. But to do so, you have to get through this one right here. Her opponent from out of this world. She is an intergalactic alien filled with lots of joy and positivity. Wild Cosmo! Wild Cosmo comes down to the ring here tonight, filled with joy, positivity, looks to spread the love to the LWE universe. Here, Wild Cosmo feels that she has a case to be the one to challenge Andrea Mercer for the LWE Women's World Championship. You know, taking a wild rise, last LWE Riot against Fasha Helsing, almost beat Fasha Helsing, but Fasha was able to use the Hail Helsing to put away Wild Cosmo. And then on Carnage, a tag team matchup where Andrea Mercer was able to take out the eyes of Wild Cosmo in order to get the advantage for the Doom Desire. Well, here we go. Kristie Redding Wild Cosmo. Referee, would you kindly ring the bell? Here we go. And these two are former tag team partners going into the collar and elbow tie-up to start things off. Both feel as though they have a reason to go after that Women's World Championship, but only one of them can. Look at this. Snapmare forward. Right into the headlock here. Nice little headlock there by Cosmo. Hey. Wait a minute. Stunner by Renee. And taunting on there. And Cosmo going back into the collar and elbow. And Kristie taking advantage of that anger. Shoving Cosmo in the corner. And Cosmo not a fan of that at all. And Redding adding fuel to the fire. Right back into it. Oh, Cosmo now. Shoving Redding back.
Okay.
Don't let your anger get the better of you here, Cosmo. Right back into the center of the ring here. This nice lockup right into a headlock. Grabs a hold of the head here with that headlock. Redding turns it around. Into the hammer lock here. Wait. Goes around back here. Cosmo now wrenching away at the arm. Kristie, wow! Doing some sort of magic trick there to move their arm around the head. Into the headlock of their own. Wait! Cosmo throws it up, drop down, leapfrog. And there they go! Supersonic, showing exactly what it means. Grabs a hold. Oh, chop to the chest. Drop kick down. Redding now. Set up for something big here. Oh, PK. Went for the double stop. No one home. Cosmo ducks the strike. Kick to the gut. Wow, went for the trouble in paradise. Oh, kicks out Redding's leg. Now go for double. No! Redding counters. Redding with a drop kick against the ropes. Today's Cosmo. Oh! I guess your head's joining the nosebleeds too. Redding fired up and poised as ever. Cosmo tried to retreat. Redding! Dodge to the outside with the Tony Khan hello. The crowd going wild. Double stomp to the arm. What a match so far, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, Kristie, get down. Oh my God! Went for a missile drop kick from the top rope to the floor. Now Cosmo. Hey, Cosmo, get down and look at this. Redding getting back into the ring here. Whoa! Oh! Hey, what are you doing, Cosmo? What? Canadian Destroyer! A Canadian Destroyer on the apron! Powerbomb on the floor! The trigger! Cosmo now goes to the top! Meteor on the outside! These two are going at it, ladies and gentlemen. These two superstars are bringing their A game. Kamigoye! I'm gonna lose my voice, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait. Going after the leg there. It's Cosmo. Trying to take away the speed of Redding. Referees counts up to 3 right onto the arm. Cosmo now watching on. Grabs a hold. Cosmo here. Sending Redding finally back into the ring. Oh, went for a frog splash on the back. Redding counters. Redding! Oh, went for the BME. Cosmo moves. Cosmo now. Pele kick. Into the cover. 1. No! Guys, what a back and forth match. Oh my. Went for a swanton. No one home. Redding grabs the legs. Takes advantage. Oh! These two are willing to do whatever it takes to see Andrea Mercer at Heart of Tokyo. Double stomp right into the chest. Flip forward. Ready now. BME. This time connecting. Calling for Cosmo to get up on her feet. Now grabs a hold of Cosmo. Right into the corner. Redding runs off here. Comes back in. Handspring. Back elbow. Oh. Triangle drop kick. The cover. 2-0. Only a 2 count. Kristie here. Kick to the gut. One more over the skull. Redding starting to get a little more stiffer in this match. Wait! Boom! Wait! Redding counters! The ripcord! Boom! Ah! Redding's offense is getting a lot more heavy. It's getting to the point where it's bruising up Cosmo and might potentially knock her out. As the Muta lock is in, is Kristie gonna make Cosmo tap out here? It's Kristie Redding looking to get yet another opportunity at the LWE Women's World Championship against Andrea Mercer at Heart of Tokyo. One tap away, and Cosmo breaks the hold. Wild Cosmo now, stalemate here. Wait a minute, handspring. Pele kick there. Grabs the arms. Kamagoye falls into the cover this time. 2-0. Not even a 2 count. Cosmo now right to the skull. Went for a kick to the skull. Redding with a clothesline down. Here comes Kristie Redding here. Ducks the strike. Pop-up drop kick right to the chest. Redding now feeling it going into the cover this time. 1, 2, no! Supersonic Kristie Redding hitting another BME! Goes into the cover off that! 1, 2, no! And the desperation is starting to fill in the eyes of the former Women's World Champion. Points to the sky. Reach for the sky here. Wait. Oh, wait a minute. Putting Cosmo on the top rope here. And, oh, Cosmo starting to fight back here. Oh, Redding with a strike. A strike again. And Redding now. Oh. Almost a skull. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Off the top into the cover. 2. Cosmo barely getting the shoulder up. Redding surprised that Cosmo still has fight. Look at this. Going for. Went for the stunt dog millionaire. Countered with the end of heartache there. And here comes Cosmo! Fired up off the offense! Crossbody down! Cosmo now! Whoa, hey, Irish Rip, whoa! Locks the arm! Arm drag down! Cosmo! UFO cutter! Flop like a fish! Down with the cosmic kick! The cover! 2! No! Kristie Redding kicks out! And Cosmo going for the 6 anyway! Reach back up! Keep up to the top! No! Cosmo shuts it down! And while Cosmo looking to send a message here to Redding! Blockbuster! Wait! Redding countered! 3 Amigos tie number 2! Oh wait! Cosmo counters! with her own three amigos. Dos! Oh, looking for a third. Stryder Millionaire! 1, 2, no! Their dreams of going for it almost shattered there. And look at this. Red Star Ring Press! Cosmo moves! Cosmo! Bang! Boom! Bow! Bam! No! Redding blocks it! Kicks out the leg here! Redding flips back! German suplex there! Oh no! Oh no! Redding's going for the stunning screwdriver! No! We're back! Flips through. What's Cosmo doing? No! No! Styles Clash! A Styles Clash! To the top! Cosmo hits the 630! The cover! Can she do it? She did it! She did it! Wild Cosmo is doing the unthinkable! Wild Cosmo is going to Heart of Tokyo! Look at the action here. Cosmo gets around here, picks up into the Styles Clash. And Cosmo would look to follow it up with the 630 down into the mat for the 1, 2, 3. That's it. Congratulations to Wild Cosmo on a victory here tonight. It will be her and Andrea Mercer. Wait a minute. Kristie Redding offering a sign of respect, and the tag partners shake hands. Kristie applauds Cosmo on this victory. What a win for Cosmo. And on the stage, the woman standing between her and the LWE Women's World Championship, the Commonwealth Calamity, Andrea Mercer. And Cosmo not waiting for any fight. And Cosmo showing her influence on this crowd, showing how much they love her. But it's official. Heart of Tokyo. Wild Cosmo challenges Women's World Champ Andrea Mercer 1-on-1. Can Cosmo look to capture her first ever Women's World Championship, or will Andrea Mercer look to retain in her first defense? Congratulations to Wild Cosmo again. We gotta get ready for our main event here tonight, but you can't help but to feel ecstatic for Cosmo. Congratulations again. Thank you.
So, what's that all about? Gonna go ruin this company again with another reign of terror? Because that first one just wasn't enough.
Hey man, look, I told you, alright? I'm not that same person anymore.
Oh, bullshit, man. Between you still hanging around those two jackoffs and what you and Crace were talking about tonight, you haven't changed. You're still that same old little bitch scumbag that you've always been. There's no way you can be trusted, and I think you know that.
And this is exactly why I made it clear you can't be LWE World Heavyweight Champion.
I'm sorry, but the only reason I can't be world champion right now is because of you. You wanted me to fail. You knew I could beat you, but you just had to go ahead.
If you could beat me, you would have done it at Payback's a bitch.
Hey! Can both of you just shut the hell up?
Was anyone else just hearing this really grating, annoying sound just now? Oh, this is my bad. I'm sorry. That was just the #1 contender talking. You know, the one who got handed a championship match that he didn't earn. Again.
You know what? I get it, okay? You both have your reasons as to why you feel like you deserve a world title opportunity. But guess what? So do I. And it's not just for the reasons you think I do, because, let's be frank, neither of you even fucking know me or even care to get to know me. So, you know what? I'm sorry. What's done is done. I'm gonna be the one to face Xavien, Crace at Heart of Tokyo, and I can't just go back to magically change it for you guys. Now, listen, here's the thing. We can worry about either of you being a world champ if we win tonight. But right now, Jimmy, Jingle Jingle, right now, a lot's at stake here. I mean, get this. We could take everything from Xavien and Crace if we play our cards right. But as much as I really don't want to team with either of you, seriously, at the same time, we have to realize that we need to set our differences aside, get on the same page, and get the job done together.
Look, I agree with Dakota here, all right? Fighting and arguing, it's not going to get us anywhere.
The only thing Stryder cares about is his championship opportunity, which is up in the air unless we're on the same page. But here's a crazy thought. I don't like any of you. I don't think you should have that opportunity, so why should I help you? And more importantly, why the hell should I agree to work with this asshole to do that?
Okay, dude, you don't seem to be seeing the issue here, which is actually kind of concerning, because it's not about having to be friends here, okay? Nor is it about my shot. It's about taking down the bigger enemy who's only going to grow stronger as we speak. So being divided like this isn't going to get us anywhere, all right? Because that's exactly what William Parker wants, that's what Titletown wants, and that's what DTS wants. So Jimmy, I need you to make this decision tonight, okay? Because I need to know where you stand. Is this fight really about wanting to make LWE a better place to be? Like you've said you've been doing? Or are you just like Matt Gray, where you're putting on this whole show for the world to see just to take the gold for yourself and then dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Guess we'll just have to wait and see.
As for you...
Look, I get it. But hear your own advice, Dakota. I don't need you to like me, okay? I don't need you to trust me. After this, you can call me a scumbag, you can call me a piece of garbage, you can call me whatever makes you feel better. I've apologized, and I knew at the end of the day it wouldn't fix anything. It's time to turn over a new leaf. And that leaf only starts if you trust that I have your backs tonight.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get ready to go on to our main event here tonight. And as we can see, one of the teams in tonight's main event, it seems they're not correlating very well. Can Brad Epic really be trusted here? We're going to have to wait and see. But for right now, we're going to talk about the next LWE episode for Carnage as it comes to you live in Kobe, Japan. And there's all types of exciting action on this card, including the match that's been made official here as Timothy Smith is going to go one-on-one with the Punk Kid Jimmy Caine. All this animosity builds up to this moment. Will the hero Jimmy Caine prevail and gain some momentum? No pun intended. As well, we have a Tag Team Championship #1 Contenders matchup. The winners will go on to Heart of Tokyo to take on the Titletown Titans for the LWE World Tag Team Championships. It's cutthroat conspiracy against guys being dudes, against Axel Asnable and Trey Tarrant. Who's going to Heart of Tokyo? They're going to come face to face one final time in Kobe. Z-Freaking-K and Matt Gray face to face live before their epic clash. And ladies and gentlemen, you know this is going to get ugly here between these two rivals. As well, it was confirmed for the LWE United States Championship by Evan Mercer. It will be a steel cage matchup. Nick Calloway defends the gold against the pompous jackass Cameron Inari. Will Inari look to take home their first United States Championship, or will Nick get rid of yet another problem in his life? We're also going to hear from James Mendoza and find out if he accepts Leono Sua's challenge for a match at Heart of Tokyo. What will this violent hitman for hire have to say? In addition to this, it's just been made official. It's going to be an 8-wrestler all-star tag team matchup as Jimmy Daro, William Parker, Andrea Mercer, and a partner of their choosing goes up against Crossbones, Devin Isaacs, Cosmo, and a partner of their choosing. What is each side going to choose, and how will this play out? We're going to have to wait and see. As always, we have a main event for LWE Carnage, but first we're going to hear from one of those combatants right now.
あの日の運命の日の後、もう二度と口を聞くまい、と自分に誓った。自分があなたにしたことを目の当たりにし、あなたの目に映る恐怖を見て、あなたのお母さんの顔にある恐れを見て、ファシャ、好きだろうが好きじゃなかろうが、君は渡辺一族の一員だ。君は渡辺流プロレスの技を習得している。そして今もなおその技を使い続けている。その技を使って事実で AB マックに勝った。神戸クラッシャーを繰り出した後、ピンには君のヘイルヘルシングを使ったんだ。ファシャ、君は他の兄弟たちと同じように訓練を受けていて、その訓練が彼らのキャリアに大きな成功をもたらした。そしてその成功はこの業界で6年もの間、君にもついてきた。君をタフにしたことには僕は腹を立てていない。ボクシングで3部門チャンピオンにまで上り詰めるためにね。あなたが渡辺栄が背負ってきた遺産を担いきれなかったほど弱かったから私を憎んでいるのよ。道場にはこれまでに必要だったものは全て揃っていたのに、あなたはそれを全部捨ててしまった。何のために？お金のため？名声のため？ハリウッドのため？私はあなたの無礼も嘘も見せかけもずっと許してあげられたはずなの。だって私の中のどこかで多分彼女にはこの別の道を選ぶ必要があるのかもしれないって感じていたから。彼女は傷ついていて自分を世間と私に証明する必要があるのかもしれない。しかしその後にやってきたのがサバイバル。そして続いてお前による裏切りが来た。俺は LWE ユニバーサル王座を失うことなら耐えられる。いや、アンドレアに負けることだって耐えられたはずだ。彼女が俺に対して不正をしなければな。だが、俺が耐えられないのは、この一連の企みを仕組んだお前が握った手だ。俺は混乱していた。なぜなのかを突き止めようとして引き裂かれる思いだった。そしてようやくそれが突き当たった時には分かった。これは LWE ユニバーサル王座の話じゃない。お前のプライドとお前のエゴの話だ。お前が決して足りないこと、そして俺に勝てるほどには永遠に足りないことの話だ。そうだろ？そしてお前は俺に渡辺レガシーを殺しに行くっていうなら信じろというのか？俺はお前を道化師だとは思わなかった。だがそのちっぽけな挑戦を突きつけてきた以上だ。かわいいマゾよ。カウントアウトなし、失格なし。誰よりもお前は知っているはずだ。俺はそれらの条件を受け入れることに何の問題もない。だが、俺にも俺の条件がある。失格なしで構わない。渡辺道場のルール。失格なし、カウントアウトなし、フォールなし、降参かノックアウトのみ。いかなる手段でも。必要であれば、神戸で私がどれだけあなたを憎んでいるか見せてください。あの怒りも憎しみも、あなたが私に抱いている恨みも、軽蔑も全部見せてください。私は今すぐあなたに聞いてほしくて懇願しています。親愛なる孫娘よ。あなたが下してきたあらゆる決断を最後の一つまで後悔させてやる。私は力だ。私はすべてだ。この身そのものがすべてを滅ぼす神の剣だ。私は渡辺雅子。終わりの時が来た。
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Watanabe Dojo rules. No pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualifications. Submissions or knockouts only. Masako Watanabe goes up against Fasha Helsing live at our main event. All this and much more coming to you live very soon on the LWE Carnage in Kobe, Japan. We have a matchup coming up next to determine the fate of this matchup for the World Championship. Xavien Crace defends the gold as of this moment against Dakota. Stryder one-on-one. Should Stryder's team lose tonight, though, this match is off. We're going to have to get to that match right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Where's the script? Okay. It's time for our main event. And here comes the first team down to the ring. The World Tag Team Champs. Joined by the man in the middle. This six-man tag team matchup is your main event scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their way down to the ring. It is the team of the LWE World Tag Team Champions, JJ Stripe and Sam King, and the Reaper, William Parker. They are the Peace Corps. Here comes down the Peace Corps. Ready for action here tonight. Parker, Sam King, JJ Stripe looking to pull off a big upset in tonight's matchup. Should Dakota Stryder's team lose, Stryder loses his championship opportunity. Here we go. And here comes one of the first of three. Down to the ring. Risen from the ashes, ladies and gentlemen. It's Dakota Stryder. And the opponent's first, making his way down to the ring from the metaverse. He is the boy who shattered reality, Dakota Stryder. Dakota makes his way down for tonight's matchup. Looking to get a little bit of momentum going into Heart of Tokyo, but also wanting to get a victory. And here comes one of his tag team partners down to the ring. It's the Punk Kid and his tag team partner from Hartford, Connecticut. He is the Punk Kid, Caine. Jimmy Caine makes his way down for action, and if you do enjoy the action, make sure to lumbar check that follow button. And that just leaves one. Wait, what are Dakota and Jimmy doing? Look at the trains are. Wait! Here we go! We're not gonna wait, ladies and gentlemen! These two, oh my God, out of the ring! And these other two in kill! Off the ropes! Jimmy Caine with a knee to Stripe! Right into the Meteor! Grabs a hold, throws him right outside the ring! And Parker now getting mad. Wait! It's the Brad Boy! The new outlaw! Oh! Brad Epic taking down Parker! And look at Stryder and Caine! Over with the Chopin! Down with the DDT! And these two men standing tall, headed back in. Snake eyes against the barricade by Brad. And these three looking to find success with one another. Here And Caine just seeming a little frustrated. Oh, and look, the trust between these two, it's still not there, ladies and gentlemen. And Stryder, Stryder's trying to get him back on the same page, telling him we gotta work as a unit, we gotta work as a team here. And Parker looking at the Titans, it seems Parker wants to go first in this match. Caine said he's got this. It tells Brad to get out there. Interesting. It's gonna be Jimmy Caine, William Parker. Referee, would you kindly ring the bell? There's the bell, here we go. Collar and elbow in the center of the ring, main event time. And Parker now grabs the shoulder. Oh! Bang it into it. Ooh, snapmare down. Right into the surfboard stretch there. William Parker working on the back of Jimmy Caine here. Stretching away at his spine. Jimmy Caine snaps forward out of it. Parker can't believe it. Right back into the collar and elbow here. Look at this. Parker going for another arm wrench. Oh, Caine said screw that. Ducks underneath. Drop down. Wait a minute. Duck two. And side headlock. Take over there. Parker keeping control here. Up the side headlock. Oh, wait. Maybe not. Caine. 1, 2, no. Caine was looking for the upset. Went for the chop there. Takedown with the clothesline. And here comes Caine hammering away at the head. Jimmy Caine now, elbows there, punch, down, went for the TNA kick there. No, down! Parker shuts it all down. And William Parker now, right into the corner, and Parker hammering away. Oh my God, striking at the skull of Caine. William Parker here, grabs a hold, drops Caine right on the top rope. Caine's back rattling against that top rope, now into the corner, tag made. JJ stripes the legal man, but it's not gonna stop some offense. Elbow, toss up, catches him there. JJ with springboard clothesline down. The Mastodon, showing why he's just that. Right into the cover off that power slam. No, not even a 2 count. JJ went for more offense. Caine counters. Caine now. Oh my God! And oh, JJ falling back. What the fuck? What the fuck? Told you he's flexible, guys. Wow! Oh, the mule kick. And Caine now saying, get your ass up off the mat. Jimmy Caine, take down, hammers away at the skull. Not backing down from this fight, and now stomping in the chest of JJ Stripe with all his might. Caine now, wait, grabs old JJ now, sends him into the corner, makes a tag back to Parker. Parker's back in it. Hey, wait, what the hell is this? Guys, no! Oh, assistant pile driver! And Caine rattled from it. Wait, Caine! Oh my God! Oh! Using the last of his fight there to take control. Hammers away, kick to the gut. DDT into the mat. Hooks the leg for the cover. Is that gonna be it? 1! No! Only a 1 count. Caine went for an elbow. Parker ducked it. William Parker now tossing him across the ring with that German suplex. Turns him around. Now William Parker here. Forearm right to the skull. Taunting over Caine. And another one. Parker doesn't care. Runs off the ropes here. Senton crushing the chest of the punk kid here. Now William Parker, Irish whip into the corner. Makes the tag. Sam King's first time in. What the hell is this? Running power slam. Ah! Sam with a diving headbutt and a stomp to the gut. Sam King don't give a damn. Sam King wants the fight. Stomping on the face of Jimmy Caine here. Look, Caine's got to get out of there. You know Caine's stubbornness is keeping him in there. Something that he can't control. Look at this. Right to that neck hold there. Wait. Flips out of the fireman's carry. Strike to the skull. Could this be the opportunity that Caine needs? Irish whip into the corner. And looking on at Brad. And ignores Brad for a tag to Stryder. Double team bang. Inari. Double stomp to the spine. And now Stryder back at it. Oh, wait. Wait, Caine taunting on Brad here. Wait, hell no, oh no. And the referee's got to break this up. Wait! Sam King from behind, no! Rough turnaround! JJ's in! Double teaming over time to the skull! Half and half! Sam King pulls him in! Power bomb into the mat! Sam turns him over, now looking, forearm to the skull there. Sam King pulls him up, spine buster into the mat. And the Emerald Age, wait, oh! Fighting out of it there, Dakota Stryder. But Sam King, whoa, with an exploder, elbow to the skull. Right to a headlock, Stryder now, drop toe hold down. And that just pissed off Sam King. Who's gonna hit a schoolboy roll-up? Is Dakota Stryder dream over here? Wait, no, roll through. You do another cover. One. No, Sam turns it into a backslide. One, no. Stryder back on his feet, ducks underneath the grapple, but gets kicked in the gut anyways. Taking advantage of here. Small package driver down. Makes the tag to JJ Strife. JJ went for the stomp there. No, Scottish sickle. And look at Stryder taunting on. Roll through. Falcon Zero to JJ. Taking advantage of JJ Strife there. Kick to the gut. Look out! Running blockbuster by Dakota. Stryder now picking him back up. Go home driver down into the mat. And Dakota Stryder now off the ropes here. Rolling thunder down. Stryder being real impressive here. Right between the legs. Has JJ up in position. Whoa, JJ gets out of the way. And there's Stryder. Kick it away there, ducks the kick there, JJ Strife now. Irish whip into the corner. Makes the tag to Sam King of the Titletown Titans. Look at this, go for a powerbomb, right into the neck breaker. And Stryder was trying to go for a tag, looked like Brad and Caine were reaching out. And Sam King with that fisherman buster. With these tag matches, it's hard to keep up with the action here, guys. Kick out at one there. Sam King just gonna stalk him here. Throws him into the corner and strike there. Wait a minute. Elbow to the head with big German suplex down. And Sam King now picking up Stryder. Grabs her on throat. Wait a minute. Stryder kick to the gut. Sweeps the leg. Ah, dancing leg drop. A little bit of a combo there. Grabs the hold, sending him into the corner, clothesline there. Let's go for a tornado. Wait! Oh, tornado DDT! But Caine tagged in! Frog splash down onto Sam! 1, 2, no! A kick out at 2. And now picking up Sam King here. Right into the corner. Oh, and getting at Brad Epic here, saying he's the one who's going to be legal here. He's going to be the one helping Stryder. Ow, 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 ow. Oh. Uh-oh. Went for one more. No! Straight to the jaw there.
Jimmy Caine now springs off, drop kick to the back. Now Jimmy Caine kicks down there. And Caine with a drop kick right into the shoulder blade of Sam King. Diving moonsault, no one home there. And look at this. Look at this Sam King raking away at the eyes of Jimmy Caine. Oh my God. Caine unable to see there. Look at this. Dives off there with the elbows. Stomping away. Oh, nice forearm. Sam King now grabs a hold. Irish whip into the corner. Could be looking for Silver Scepter perhaps. Wait a minute, what is this? Twist the arm, shoulder tackle down. Ah! Attacking the male parts there with that one. And JJ getting overly confident here, just taunting on Jimmy Caine. Kicking away at his head. Oh no. Oh! Overhead Tazplex there, and a strike to the skull following it. JJ now sending Jimmy Caine in the corner. What is this? Whoa. Setting him on the top rope. Strike to the back here. Oh, go for a German suplex. Wait! Caine with the elbows to break free. Caine. Wait! Brainstew! Got the brainstew off! And now this could be Caine's moment for a tag! Look at this! Stryder reaching out! Wait! Sam King's gonna try and spoil it! Ow! Off the barricade is Stryder! Stryder went for the elbow, both men down! Oh, wait a minute. And Caine only has one man to tag. And have you noticed that man's not reaching out? William Parker just tagged in here. And Brad Epic watching on as Jimmy Caine's put into the damn ankle lock. Brad Epic's got to make a decision right now, and it seems he's dead set after all that Caine's done throughout this match, yelling at him, not giving him a chance to trust him. Brad Epic only proving Caine right. And Brad Epic, wait! Brad changing his mind! Reaching out for a tag! And Caine, kick to the skull! Caine makes the tag to Brad! And here comes Mr. Showtime! Beating down on the Reaper! Brad Epic's trust was put to test! And now, proving he can be trusted! 1, 2, 3, 4! Listen to this place! 10 strike down! Grabs a hold! Kitchen sink! Into the stroke! Brad Epic! Feeling it here. We got Sam King and Dakota Stryder out here. Meanwhile, Brad grabbing the arms of Parker for the Instant Classic. The Instant Classic 1, 2, and there's Sam King. And Sam SK Spine Buster down. And Parker now sees this as an opportunity to take advantage. The Reaper now sending him into the corner. There's JJ Strife. Tag made JJ now being the legal man. Parker could be looking for Arc Wing off the way. Wait! Bumps into JJ! Oh! JJ drop kick into Parker. Tag made! Dakota Stryder's in! And here comes the boy who shattered reality! Fighting for his opportunity! Fighting with everything on the line! Oh. Bow! Boom! Boom! Bang! Boom! Bow! Oh! European uppercut! Off the ropes! Code Breaker! Stryder is fired up! Not backing down here! And now sending him out! Look out!
Triangle drop kick, and it seems Stryder might be thinking of a dive. Wait, there's Sam King into the ring. Stryder ducks it, hits the drop kick onto the ropes. And look out, tossed out of the ring there. Wait, Stryder could be looking for a dive. There's Parker, go for a wait, and Stryder pulls the rope. Wait, DTS is out here in the front. Stryder just made the tag to Jimmy Caine. Stryder saves him, dives into DTS, and Caine Swanton bomb off the top on everybody. We gotta get the action back into the ref. Tell him to get back in. Wait, oh my God! Xavien Crace with the title to the back of Stryder's head. Goes for one on Brad. He ducks. Aesthetic is everything on that title. And look, DTS now has amazing. They're looking for more damage, but not so fast. The referee catching on. Caine looking to finish. Oh my God! No, what the hell? Oh my God! Stairway to heaven! Timothy Smith! You son of a bitch! No! Caine was looking to finish things! Ref never saw it! Oh my God! The Wind Waker down! JJ Strife! Now grabbing Caine! Sending him into the corner! Not this way! Come on, guys! No! Damn it! Smith, you don't know what you just did! The Silver Scepter! Come on, kick out, Caine! No! No! Damn it! Damn you to hell! I can't believe it! Here are your winners, the Peace Corps! Ladies and gentlemen, Dakota Stryder unfortunately faces the biggest loss of his career just as it was getting back on track. Thanks to the numbers game. It was 3 against everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Brad Epic, after all the abuse that Caine was kind of throwing at him throughout the match, he didn't want to tag it at first, but then decided, let's do this. I've got your back like I said I would. And Caine finally enlisting that trust, making the tag to Brad Epic. And when Parker was setting up for Arkwing, he got off the fireman's carry. They bumped into one another, a drop kick into him. Stryder went crazy here with the rolling code breaker down. And Stryder diving out on DTS, followed by Caine with a swanton onto everybody. And the ref was trying to get control of the situation. Crace took advantage, struck down Stryder, tried to go after Brad with his last breath. Boom! Aesthetic is everything onto the title. And look at this, Peace Corps continued to try and get involved. Ref was yelling, and that's when Smith took advantage. Hits the stairway to heaven on the outside floor. The man Caine faces on Carnage, the Silver Scepter into the mat. And now Stryder no longer has a Heart of Tokyo one-on-one matchup. Wait! And look at this! Brad Epic still trying to bring some fight. No! Crace now! Pulling him in! Back to society! Damn it! Crace laying out Brad, and now look at this! Look at this! The Titans are beating on Caine even more in the corner here! Just beating the hell out of the Punk Kid! This isn't fair, guys. Come on. Thrown right into Crace for the death to society! Damn it. And look at this. Crace is calling for Stryder. Stryder's slowly getting up, trying to fight. And the Arkwing from Parker! William Parker laying out Stryder there. And sending him back into the ring to be fed to the wolves. Crace raises his fist. And look at this, just taunting this crowd. They're not happy about this at all. Crace sending a message to everyone who stepped up and has decided to shut them all down. In one night, Crace has solved what he feels is all of his problems. The Peace Corps stands tall here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just appalled. I'm just appalled. Everything going on, it had to end that way. And it seems Crace more than likely not gonna have some sort of direction here for Heart of Tokyo. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode here tonight.
Mr. Mercer, can I get your thoughts about what just happened?
You know, Jay, you know what? Xavien Crace is right. I made a mistake in the match at Heart of Tokyo, and turns out he'll get his wish. He no longer has a one-on-one match against Dakota Stryder. No. Instead, at LWE Heart of Tokyo, Xavien Crace will defend his LWE World Heavyweight Championship against Brad Epic and Jimmy Caine and Dakota Stryder in a fatal four-way match. Let him know when he gets through the curtain, please, because I have somewhere I need to be.
Yes, sir.
Damn you to hell, Crace. Still celebrating. Yeah? What do you mean? Guys, I just got word. Xavien Crace, he's got a match at Heart of Tokyo. And allegedly, it's a fatal four-way matchup for the LWE World Heavyweight Championship. But we're out of time, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching. Lumbar, check that follow button or that subscribe button on YouTube. Thank you all. We'll see you next time.